Oh my gosh. No. Okay. Let's just get right into the questions. So, can cheating be justified? No. 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 I don't care if you're drunk. I don't care if I don't even care what happened. If you cheated, it's done. Like, cheating is not justifiable. I don't even know why this topic is still debatable today, but no, cheating is not justifiable. Is there such thing as soulmates? Yes, I definitely think there's such thing as soulmate, whether it's platonic or romantic. I think soulmates exist. Is love a choice or a feeling? I think I've answered this question before, but love is a choice. I think at first love is a feeling because you would first see somebody and be like, oh my gosh, like you are so fine, and then that's a feeling. That's like attraction is there. But then after, let's just say like you ended up dating and then you got married, you have to accept their flaws, you have to accept everything. At some point it become a choice. Yes, I love you, but I still choose to stay with you. I love you, so I choose to stay with you regardless of all the BS you said or you did. I still choose to stay with you. I accept your flaws, I accept you wholly, and I choose to stay and live with you. So yeah, at first it's a feeling, but then after it's a choice. Is it better to move on after you fall out with a friend or rekindle the friendship? I think it depends on the situation. If it was a bad breakup, a bad fallout, then it's definitely not the best to rekindle the friendship. And I think a lot of the time when a friendship just falls out, there's a reason for it. So most of the time it's better not to rekindle it. But I think it really depends on the situation or what happened. If it's a friend that was toxic, I don't care if you're a compassionate person, like baby, you know that you shouldn't take that friend back. Because yes, a person changes. Let them change wherever they go next in life. Don't try to change somebody. Don't try to do that. No, 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 no. Okay, can a man and a woman be friends? I think most of the time, yeah, somebody's attracted to the other person. Most of the time. But I think it can definitely work out 100%. I think friendship where you guys are like brothers and sisters, those kind of friendships, that definitely works. My personal view, okay, my personal view, I think it's possible. I think it's definitely possible. um yeah, but I'm laughing because most of the time the man is friend zoned. My phone had an issue, so anyways, we are back. And I was saying that most of the time the man is friend zoned, or they can be really good friends. Our friendships breakups harder than romantic breakups. Yes. Next question: does the honeymoon phase in a relationship always end, or can it last? I think the honeymoon in relationship can last, especially if you found your soulmate. Because a lot of people, they marry people or date people that are not their soulmate. So they're like, so then they will be like, oh yeah, it can last, because then there's the phase when you're happy, and obviously there's gonna be times where you're gonna be arguing, and like there's gonna be bad times, but it should be good, more good times than bad times. It shouldn't have that many arguments and fights and all that. So I think it can definitely last, especially if you found a person who has the same humor as you, somebody that can make you laugh, somebody that just know you, understands you, emotionally intelligent, someone that really understands you, somebody that you guys are literally like this, yes, the honeymoon phase can definitely last. Next question. Are women more judged about their appearance more than men? Yes, 100%. Okay, why do companies always try to sell things to women? Something is always being sold to women, like pushing it to their face. Now I've been seeing this. Why do we need to wear all of this? Just think that that's the extreme that people have gone for skincare, and that's why I think that a woman's appearance is way judged than men. You wouldn't see a man out here wearing this or all that. Should a girl have a stricter education than a boy, or should boys have stricter education than girls? No, but different education, yes, but stricter, no. I think the standard that girls are put for education at home should be the same standard that boys have. Like, boys have more freedom to go out, and that's something I don't agree with. That's something I strongly disagree with. I think they should be held up to the same standard. And even the fact that, oh, a girl has to cover up because a boys, because they will be, they will be. Why does a girl have to cover up to not be? Why can't men control themselves? Making their actions okay, because instead of fixing the problem, we are kind of finding another solution instead of fixing the getting to the root cause. For example, if a man had a stricter education at home, they were expected to they had the same curfews as girls. I think that there's things that like stuff would not be as much because they grew up with the same education. So I'm saying that men should be able to control themselves too, just like how a woman can control herself. A man should be able to do that as well. So like a woman shouldn't have to cover up and do all that because simply a man cannot control his emotion and a man is lustful. Like that's something that I strongly disagree with. And I get it, women should be like, I get it, like, oh, our body is a temple, and I get it, like covering up, but I'm doing this to be modest, not for a man, but simply to protect my temple, to cover up for myself, not for a man. But a woman shouldn't have to cover up for a man. A man should be able to control himself, control his lust, and then I just don't agree with that at all. Like instead of fixing the problem, which is the man, we as women has to cover up. Oh, don't be provoking. Oh, she wore this short thing, so that's why this happened to her. Are we gonna just ignore what happened to her and simply blame her for something that she wore? No, a man should be able to control his emotion. Even when a man is like, oh, I'm a man, so I have my needs. A woman has her needs too.
Period. 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 Period.
If she's able to control it, you can control it too, okay? I wrote a whole essay about that topic, and yeah, I had to. Let me see if I can find it. I have an easier time writing things than talking, so that's why this is actually helping me with my speech. This is my essay. Was a short essay. So let me read it to you guys. Growing up, I was often held to a standard simply because I was a girl. In an African household, I was a girl. I was told girls shouldn't sit this way, girls shouldn't speak this way, girls should learn to cook. Oh my gosh, I hated this sentence so bad. Should learn to cook for when you get married. In contrast, I noticed that boys were not subjected to the same kind of standard. When they made mistakes, it was often dismissed with, oh, boys will be boys, you know how boys are. Or like, okay, I'm not saying cheating is okay. I'm not in no way saying that cheating is okay. But when a boy or a man, okay, men wouldn't cheat, but a boy cheats, that mistake is just like, you know how men are, we always know like this is how boys act, this is how men act. But if a girl cheats, it's like, oh my gosh, like that is the biggest crime in the world. Oh my gosh, like oh my gosh, that's the biggest mistake a woman can ever make, because it's so embarrassing to the husband. Like she should be shamed for it. She should be ashamed, because that is such a disgrace. Why do we not get that same reaction when a man does it? Because I feel like it's been so normalized that it's okay. Like since boys do it so much, it's been normalized. But when a girl does it, it's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Like, please. Anyways, let's keep reading. This is getting interesting. When it was time for us to go out, like us as the girls, we had questions like where, when are you coming back? Who are you going with? What are you gonna do there? What time are you gonna be back? You should come around this time. Then this question came to mind. Why are girls held to stricter standards than boys? I asked an elder, somebody, about this question, and you know what the first response was? Because men don't care. In some cases, men do, but that was the response I got. And I was like, that single sentence literally, bam, because that made me so mad. Like, that made me so mad. That made me so mad. Okay, let's keep going. That single sentence struck me deeply, because I began to wonder, what if boys were taught to respect women, develop life skills, and follow stricter curfew just as girls are often taught? Perhaps then we wouldn't focus so much on teaching girls how to avoid attracting the wrong attention. I think this educational gap contributes to the persistence of. Maybe if girls were taught, like, okay, let me teach you how to cook. Learn how to cook, so when you grow up and you live on your own, you'll be able to cook for yourself. You'll be able to be independent. You'll be able to cook for your friends or when guests come over. Do you see how this is much more? Oh, I want to learn how to cook now. I want to learn how to cook now. Can Christian judge others, or should they only focus on love and forgiving? Christian can judge others righteously, not in a way that will make someone uncomfortable and make someone feel bad about themselves, because we should be judging the sin, not the person. The sin, not the person. So yeah, that's why keeping your friends accountable is important, or keeping like people accountable is important as Christian, because you're judging righteously, but you're not judging in a way that will make the person feel bad about themselves as a person, but feel bad about what they're doing, the action, the sin, but not the person. I do part two. I'm gonna see you on my next one. Bye.